Welcome to Subramani. I do not know why, but a lot of us have complicated our lives quite a bit. Go back to the 1960s or 70s, assuming you were born in the 60s or even in the 70s. Our life was much simpler, right? Morning meant you got up and maybe you did some exercise. I didn't. And the whole family sat and had breakfast together. My father used to work in a factory for a long part of his life, so which meant he also left at about 7:20 or 7:30, and we also would leave by 7:15, 7:20 because we had an 8:30 school, me and my sister. So at least the three of us, or sometimes the four of us, including my mother, would be having breakfast together, always, almost always. Then my dad's food would get packed, our food would get packed, and some dabbawala would bring the dabba, and invariably we would go down and play, and about 7 o'clock we would come up, and at about 7:38 we would have dinner, and it would always be four of us, always. Never has it happened. Yes, occasionally somebody's come. My dad comes late, then we would wait for him unless he's very late, and then we would have it a little later, or we would have it earlier, because if my dad were to have dinner outside or things like that. But most of the times, if my dad was not traveling, we would have dinner at the table, right, or at the ground, I would say. We would not eat at the dining table, we would sit down and eat. That is how life was. Today there are three of us in the house, and we eat at three different timings. My wife eats at a perfectly correct time, and my timing fluctuates between anything between 12:15 to 2. My daughter would again fluctuate between 12:30 and 2, or 2:15 to 2:30 also. And when my daughter works, she's in the third month of articles, and she works till 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., right? That's how we have made our lives. And I hear a lot of people say things like, oh, I don't get time to do this, I don't get time to do that. I do not know how many 60-year-olds would run in the rain with their hands stretched out and enjoying the rain. They don't do it. It's a choice that we have made. Don't blame the outside world. Don't say times have changed and things have changed. There are many people who have made a choice that they will go out and have fun in the rain. They will go cycling, they will go running, they will go walking, right? It is a choice that you make. It's a choice that you allow technology to rule you. There is nothing in switching off your phone at say 9 p.m. or something like that and switching it on at say 6 a.m., right? You can do it. Of course, you feel that people will want to call you in an emergency. You want to leave your phone on. That's a great idea. Leave it in a different room, because if it rings, you will always wake up and come there, right? Don't keep it with you. You can make those choices. We make these choices, and then we blame the whole world for things which go wrong. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, nobody writes letters, but you can make a start. We all find it convenient to use WhatsApp and email at best, but we don't write letters. But why can't you make a start? You have siblings, write to them, see whether they reply. Yes, it will take 15 days for the letter to reach. So be it. There's no great hurry. We are the letter writing generation, right? My parents were, of course, the letter writing generation, but we were the letter writing generation. We gave up. We can't blame our children for saying, oh, they don't write letters. We never taught them. For me, it was very exciting to write letters in summer vacation, and there were some cousins who would reply immediately, and some cousins who would reply after a month, and things like that. But it was great fun writing letters. We gave it up. We loved eating out, right? But we ate out 4 times in a year. Now, if you eat out 4 times in a week, again, that's a choice that you have made. You get tired, you get disorganized. And then you say, oh, life was so easy then. Yes, but we made the choice of not wanting such a simple life. We want a very complicated life. We need entertainment on phone. We need entertainment on television. We need on our laptop. We need so much of information, right? We have too much of data coming to us. I'm not even calling that information. We have too much of data coming to us. What will you do knowing how many people died in Lucknow of COVID? But the data is available to you. Once it's available, then you say, oh, more people have died in UP than in Bihar, more people have died in Kerala than in Goa, more people have died in Goa than in UP. Don't get into all this. It doesn't help. right? And that's time wasted. So you can stop wasting time. You can make your choices. Your children choices are different. Children like to work to different timings. That's fine. I see many kids like that, right? If I am shooting at 3:30 or 4 a.m., they would just be going to bed. For them, it's a Friday night. For me, it's a Saturday morning, right? These things happen. Everybody doesn't have to be pulled into your line of thought, but you can choose your line of thought and stick to it. There is nothing which says you cannot, you don't have to complicate your life, especially if you're nearing retirement. See what you really want. What makes you live a life which is so cluttered and so bad? Why do you buy a real estate thinking you get good return? Just pick a good calculator, see what returns you're getting. Right? I don't go by what I say or what somebody else says. Put all the numbers in a calculator and see what is the return that you're getting. See what is the return you're getting in your mutual fund. Do you understand what you're getting? Have you started a US based fund in the last 1, 2, 3 years? That is simply because it is called performance chasing. Or I saw a portfolio yesterday of 10 lakhs, out of which she's doing 5-6 SIPs of 2,500 rupees, including a US fund. Foreign investing abroad for Indians means investing in a foreign fund, which means US fund. If you don't look at Europe, you don't look at Japan. Why do you do it? Because you don't understand what you're doing, and somebody tells you to do this, you complicate your life. So what can you really do to change this? One, write down your goals. Whatever your goals are, wanting to learn the guitar, the veena, the violin, or classical music, whatever, write it down. That's an important goal. Write down what are your goals. Reduce the clutter. Don't keep a bookshelf like this. I just have too many books, right? So I have to pick up and say, honestly look at it and say, will I read it again? If I won't read it, I have to give it to somebody who will read it. That is the greater challenge, right? Anybody who comes to my house, now nobody's been coming for 2 years, I have to see whether that person will read it. There's no point in giving it to somebody who will also throw it away, right? So whether that person will read it is important to me, because otherwise I can just give it to the Raddiwala and I can just get rid of it in one shot, right? That's not the purpose. The purpose is to write books, to create books so that people who read it enjoy it and love it, right? So reduce the clutter, give away things you do not need, of video cameras and still cameras and dresses and shoes and things which you're stuck with, right? Just give them away. It makes no sense to clutter your life with things which you do not need. Then just see what your children are doing. It doesn't matter if your siblings, what your siblings, children, friends are doing. Just pause. Take a deep breath. Like, if you went to a yoga class, you would be told that, right? Take a deep breath. So take a deep breath. See what you must do and what you can do and what you need not do. See what are your wants, what are your needs, whether you're chasing money, right? If you're chasing money and you want to enjoy chasing money, that's different. But if you're chasing money and you don't need the money, or at least you're telling yourself you don't need more money, then why are you chasing money, right? So get that very clear. Don't let technology rule you. You should rule technology. Get out of social media which you're not using. I mean, go to Facebook once a week, go to Twitter twice a week or something like that. Go to LinkedIn once in a month. I hardly go to any of these places. I mean, I hardly go to LinkedIn. I go to Facebook once in 2-3 days and find out which are the birthdays that I've missed, right? I hardly use, Twitter, I'm there more, which is more like a complaining blog. And I'm of course there on social media. My videos are on social media. It's not that I'm not there, but I am not letting social media decide how much time I want to spend on social media, right? So learn to take control of your life. That's the only way to have simplicity, and simplicity is the only way to reduce stress. And we can do it. We did it 20 years ago. We did it 30 years ago. Why are we allowing technology to rule us? We are making the mistake of letting technology rule us, letting our friends rule us, making wrong benchmarks for ourselves. Don't do it. Simplicity is great. Once your life gets simple, it's easy to declutter and simplify your portfolio. Your equity portfolio, your mutual fund portfolio can be simplified. live a simple life. It is as simple as that. We can all do it. We have chosen to complicate our life, and now we have to choose to declutter our lives, declutter our food, everything. Thank you.